What's going on, guys? This is Drake Shot Plays coming at you with another awesome UFC MMA breakdown for you. UFC Fight Night. Taira versus Park. Now, this was supposed to be Taira versus Albazi, but something happened with Albazi that stopped him from being in the fight. So let's jump into it. Before we get started on that, though, guys, I do want to talk to you real quick. Please like and subscribe. Share the channel with a friend. I'm very happy to have you guys watching me, following me. I'm going to be doing music recording very soon. I'm working on everything like that. We got some video game stuff coming out later on today and the day after tomorrow. I'm very excited to have you guys with me, so thank you so much. Please check out today's sponsor, Bucked Up, buckedup.com. Code LIKEANDTHROAT number 1 for 20% off your order. Some of the best pre-workouts in the game with deer antler velvet, so it helps you recover better. They also have some really killer protein drinks. I mean, carbonated orange creamsicle protein drinks that aren't making you bloat up. They're real nice and clear. So definitely check them out. Use code LIKEANDTHROAT number 1 for 20% off your order. And let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm excited for this one. Even though the change of event has happened, I'm still excited for this one. So we'll go down to the prelims. They finally fixed their website, dude. So remember, the freaking part of the prelims was always over here on the left side of the screen, and it was driving me nuts. So finally they fixed it or something. Let's jump into it. So we got a women's strawweight bout. We got Piera Rodriguez, Venezuela, from versus Ketlin Souza from Brazil. These girls might be still in the show again. A lot of the girls lately have been doing finishes instead of just decisions. So I look to Souza to get it done, but never doubt anyone from Venezuela for sure. So normally I would say don't bet on female fights. They're just too unpredictable. Sometimes you get a finish, sometimes you don't. I could see Souza getting it done. Maybe round 1 or round 3 knockout. Then we have a flyweight bout. Rafael Estevam versus Felipe Buns. Two Brazilian fighters going at it. Man, it's a tough pick. I'll say Rafael, but it's a coin flip. I don't know too much about him. I've seen them fight on the prelims before. I will say I think Felipe looked better in his last showing compared to Rafael, so that's something to think about if you're going to bet on that. Then we got a featherweight bout. Austin Bashi, who people were saying was the American Khabib. I don't know why. He didn't look that good in his last fight. So I'll definitely look to see how good he's improved since then, because he wasn't doing much in the fight besides laying and praying. Versus John Yanis. So US versus US. Alright, this is a good one. Middleweight bout. Nick Klein versus Andrei Pulayev. I'll go with Nick Klein, man. US all day, baby. Also, I don't know much about Andrei Pulayev, so always go with the American on that. Rodolfo Vieira versus Treshawn Gore. Man, Treshawn Gore was on a tear, then he started having injuries. Rodolfo's a good striker, man. I'll still rock with Treshawn Gore, but I think it's going to be a lot closer of a fight than people think. And if Rodolfo's the underdog, I'd go for him because he is good. He's got really good striking, so I'd go for that. Bantamweight bout. Rinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher from England. Now, Nathan Fletcher trains with Paddy Pimblett. So I look to Nathan Fletcher to get it done. Now, what I will say is the last couple of fights, he's had some losses, but he's looked good in those fights too. So I could see Fletcher getting it done. Rinya Nakamura, though, depending on who's the underdog, that's who I'd bet on this situation. Mainly because you don't know if Rinya might get a round 1 submission if Nathan Fletcher isn't being defensively sound. And we've seen that a few times. So I'll say that. So you guys are like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Jesus, did you see that glitch out? Danny Silva versus Kevin Valles. I'll rock with Danny Silva on this, but Kevin Valles has looked good in his last performances, so look to see that fight. I'd definitely go Danny Silva, though, as a U.S. guy. Welterweight bout, Neil Magny versus EZDS is what I'm going to say. I'm not saying that whole damn thing. It's Dos Santos. I look to see Neil Magny get it done. Round 1 submission. He's been training with Corey Sandhagen and Justin Gaethje. So I could see him training and getting better and possibly getting a finish with a good coaching behind him. Oh, Carol Rosa, women's bantamweight bout. Carol Rosa is a dog, man. Her and Irene Aldana stole that fight in December, man. They were like fight of the night and just going after each other. And they were the ones that got the performance bonuses. But, I mean, Irene Aldana makes anyone just fight like a dog. So I'll say Carol Rosa holds her spot, beats Nora Cornole, and maybe even gets ranked a little higher. Who knows? Then we got Elvis Brenner. It's a lightweight bout versus Esteban Ribovic. Now, Ribovic, you all know him from his crazy striking that he performed against Daniel Zellhuber in the Sphere. So I look to Esteban Ribovic getting this done by round 1 knockout would be great. I don't think Brenner has the best striking personally. And I mean that with no offense, of course. Lightweight bout, Matusha Rebecki versus Chris Duncan. I look to Chris Duncan to get it done. But they're both seasoned veterans. I could see either one coming out with the win, but I just see Chris Duncan having more options in his tool belt to get the job done. All right, and then we got the flyweight bout, Tatsuro Taira versus Hyun-Sung Park. Now, I was way more interested in this when it was Albazi. But this is a huge opportunity for Hyun-Sung Park if he can get it done. Tatsuro Taira lost his last fight, so I could see him getting finished. Or maybe round 1 submission, Tatsuro Taira. I don't know, but these cards that don't have like crazy exciting fights sometimes have the best fights of the night. I know that's how it was for the girls in December when Irene Aldana and Carol Rosa stole the thunder on that card. So who knows? Even though this card isn't the most exciting, I still think there's a lot of good competitive matches that make me intrigued to watch it. What do you guys think in the comment section below? Is this a good fight night? Are you going to not be watching it? Are you only going to watch the highlights like some of us do? I prefer to watch all the fights. Saturday's really my only day off. And it's kind of like a good stress relief for me. I love to watch the fights. And as a martial artist, I always love to see how technical a fighter's doing. But also I like to see how they react when things aren't going their way, and how they can change from round to round. So that's what I look forward to. And I learn things every fight that I watch. Whether it's body language, whether it's takedown defense, underhooks, wizards. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that if you take the time to learn, you'll fall in love with UFC and MMA in general. But I've always watched combat sports. My father's a Shito Ryu karate guy. Shout out Stephen Thompson, my fellow karate guy. So definitely keep an eye out. I still think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson won that last fight of his. I mean, he did the more damage, more significant strikes, and in the fans' eyes, he won that fight. What do you guys think in the comment section below? I really do appreciate you guys checking out the other content. I know that you're all combat sports fans, or maybe you're gaming fans too, There's a lot of us out there, We like to do a lot of things, keep ourselves entertained, and I appreciate you guys tapping into everything that I'm doing. So shout out to you guys. You guys are absolute legends. I'm working on a Discord community. I'm working on a Patreon. Keep an eye out for that. But if you want to support the channel, check out buckedup.com. Code lycanthrope number 1 to support the channel. Or you can click on the link below for the Linktree. Then for any future investors, I got a music investment ROI music business plan coming out with 3 different tiers, min, mid, and max tiers, with huge payout bonuses as the music albums get released and upon success. So definitely keep an eye out for that on the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, share the channel with a friend, and as always, take care.